really don't have a firm answer. I'm starting
Right,
to
which
get.
I haven't gotten to talk to her this week, but.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
so,
I
I
think
can text her while we're sitting here.
if we go much further, I go back to what we said before. If they can't get into gear, we need to get JTL back involved and, get this quoted out and get it done, so we don't lose our money. And here we are, we got 7 months before it has to be done, spent. Is that correct, Pierce?
Believe you have to have it allocated.
Right.
Is that what it is? Yeah. So it has to be, the project can be bid out basically, not technically used, but
Right, it
under
has to,
contract.
you have to be under contract and assigned, yeah. How narrow a window can we go?
I can get you an answer on that. I don't know off the top of my head. But I will get you
I'm
an
assuming
answer.
we're narrowing as we go. We need several months to get that.
I'd say minimum 3 months, wouldn't you?
To,
To get it bid out and do whatever we may need to do, or,
well, that also sort of depends on what they're doing on top of the hill. 'cause
you know,
I
we
know
don't know, we have no idea what they're doing. They may
They've
be
talked-
ready to bid it, I don't know.
Well, they talk about changing some of the design, you know, not letting the dual force main, which would take away from the capacity. We just have to match whatever they're doing. So if they have those decisions, I mean, it wouldn't take us a month to get it out, maybe even less, because
Okay.
we just have to advertise twice. But I mean, it's pretty simple. It's basically design. We have all the survey and all that. It's just changing the lines on the drawing
Right.
to match whatever they decide to do up there.
The other thing I worry about in timing is getting a contractor who can fit this in, is
Right.
the other thing. So that's what I'm saying, we're narrowing on trying to get somebody and then get it under contract in a timely manner, because we got 7 months.
Right.
And I don't think that's a lot of time. It took us about that to get everything I's dotted, T's crossed on the first phase. Fair? Is that about right? 5-6 months anyway.
I mean, yeah, we could get it under contract, I think, pretty quickly, probably a month,
Okay.
as long as we have the answer of what they're doing on top of the hill.
Right,
That's
so we need
depending
those
on-
answers and stuff, so I think we gotta have answers. This is my opinion, my one vote is we gotta figure this out soon, or we're gonna have to move our money back. And they've known that forever, it's just not giving answers, that's not.
Well, I will see her Friday, she's not answering me, but I
Is
will
there
see her
anybody else
Friday.
up there we can talk to, knows what's going on, other than her?
Well, she's their spokesperson.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, she's in another public meeting tonight.
Oh,
so-
yeah, okay, yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I'm sure I'll see her Friday.
Rudy, do you feel that way? Leanne, you feel that way?
Well, I feel like if Starlight wants our money, they need to be gouging themselves,
Right.
getting on the ball. I
agree.
mean, I don't wanna run a sewer line to nowhere, so we need to know what they're gonna do.
I agree. All right, my 2 cents.
Surely they will do it, they've got $4 million.
I would hope, but we've seen already how things have gone with Ready 1.0 and 2.0, and things have got their feet drug on that. And without a firm commitment,
Right.
I don't wanna wait till that June, wasn't there like another key deadline of
June
June 30th?
30th.
And so if we get there and they say, we can't get you done in time, we can't get our money in time for the end of the year and get all this done.
Well, I think what he said, it just has to be bid, it don't have to be completed,
It
correct?
has to be under contract.
Yeah, under
Right.
contract, yeah.
Right, it has to be
Yeah.
awarded,
That's the right word.
Right.
That's the right word.
so,
Okay.
yeah, I'd like to get it done, get it going.
And we definitely don't leave money on the table, for sure. For them, I mean, this is all to benefit them, ultimately it benefits the town eventually by the revenue, but. Anyway,
Okay, Pierce, do you have anything to add? I'm kinda to you on the agenda, or you'll just wait, I guess. Do you have an update? You have an update on the walkthrough we had? You can do that later if you want.
Okay, I mean, there's really not that much.
Not a whole lot.
I
Kinda like
haven't been made
the
aware of
contract
them going
itself,
back
not a
out.
whole lot to update.
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanna mention Aaron Houchins.
Yeah, Brenda had a conversation with Erin Houchins at some event she was at. Told her we had interest in upgrading our sewers down here and doing things the list of things we know would need to be done. And lo and behold, I got a call from her, what, a month ago? 3 weeks ago?
It was like a week and a half ago.
Okay, seems like it was
Yeah.
longer, but,
Yeah.
said that she put us in, and we have a really good chance, I don't wanna make it public yet, cause we don't have it, but she put us in for $1 million. And
It
it's-
went from that 3.6 that we,
Yeah, she asked for a lot
Applied
more, cause we told her, heck, we'd like to upgrade the plant a bit and upgrade the whole, but anyway, it went through for $1 million.
yeah, so it's gotten past her office at the 3 point, whatever it was, then it went to the appropriations committee.
And they cut
So the
it,
appropriations
when she
committee put it to
knew
$1
they would
million.
do that, she acted like.
Yeah, so next is Congress, Senate,
So it's got a
And then
couple more
President
steps
Trump
before it's
signing off.
a done deal, but it looks good.
That's outstanding.
$1 million, I mean, we can do a lot of those repairs on that list, especially a lot of things that you talked to us about last time. For $1 million, we can get a lot done.
We can make a
It's
significant.
probably an 80-20 match, is that,
yeah,
think that's fair?
it's 80-20 or 75-25, but
But
I'm
whatever
pretty
it
sure
is,
it's 80-20.
It's a lot of free money.
And we've got money
Yes.
that we can manage,
Yes.
some of the revenue, so that's awesome. Outstanding.
And I'm sure we'll go over sewer adjustments.
There are no sewer adjustments this month.
Oh, great.
Yeah, she had like 2 or 3 people put in for pool fills, but their water consumption has not rolled in yet. So she thinks that they should wait until their water consumption
Well,
rolls in
yeah, we
for the
can't
next.
do nothing if we don't know how
Yeah.
much water
Yeah.
they use.
She said it was a little bit, but a little bit higher, but she thinks
Okay.
they ought to wait until next month, so.
And, from everything I hear, the online bill pay has been a pretty good success.
Yes, it's doing well. She's, I don't know what percentage she said of everybody, she can update you guys on that.
Okay.
But we've had people sign up, they've stopped by the office, I've helped them sign up. I've taken credit card payments and stuff, so people are happy.
And of course, Brian will be here just for park board. Brenda for the cemeteries or.
No, just those plots, and then also, the Masonic Lodge and Brian Everidge, they're doing a memorial service on Memorial Day over at the,
Yeah, like they did,
So-
like done last year.
yeah, I created a flyer for him, so. And we sold, I think maybe, 6 or 7 plots this month, so, not bad.
Depends on who you are.
It was real interesting.
It's a
I've
dying
never
business.
I've sold plots since 2018 or whatever, but a family showed up, you guys would have loved this. And there was like 7 or 8 of them, and they all wanted to be together in a certain area. So one of them made everybody go stand where they would be, and then
Oh.
they made me take a picture of them. So then they're getting t-shirts that says Grave Buddies.
Oh.
I said, you guys
That's cool.
made my month. This is interesting.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah. It was cute.
Joy, he'll be talking to us about,
He's not gonna be here,
okay,
because Wyatt has a game,
okay,
but I think he gave Nash his stuff,
okay,
so,
probably did.
yeah.
Oh, they didn't seem like they've been pretty busy.
Mm-hmm.
And Brenna, you got the bank project.
So, that's one reason Pierce is here tonight too, so I asked him to help me speak about the bank project.
Bank project. So, I know your guys' current, plan is to quote it out into segments. Is that, I guess, what's the thoughts behind doing it that way? Break
Well,
it.
I think we can identify the actual needs of what we actually want and maybe better suited contractors for what we want and get it done for much less than what we was going. That's kind of, think the page we're on.
Well,
What we think is each phase will reveal the next steps. So the demolition phase, we really don't know everything we've got till we remove all the floors and determine, like Rudy said. Therefore, we really need to do a phase, and then we can see, okay, well, here's what we got, and this is what we need. It gives clarity also for the contractors to be able to bid that next phase and that next portion.
What really got us interested in this was the ridiculous amount that whoever it was that bid on the BOT,
McRae.
it was
Jim McCray.
pretty ridiculous. And so we just said, there's gotta be a better way to spend our money.
guess, and obviously, we're happy to help you guys do it that way. My concerns would be, you're gonna see some additional overhead from doing it that way, cause you're gonna have to modify, I mean, if you're gonna have plans, you have to modify how those look.
Sure. But we weren't really happy at all with the plans they drew for us, or was wanting us to use, so.
You're not happy with the plans?
At first, we weren't.
Okay.
We've kinda changed it around, we've had some meetings, and some of the suggestions they made was just really cheapening the looks of the inside, and I don't think none of us wanted that. We just feel like we can do better this way.
Fair enough.
I think the main design was good, but.
Yeah, the main thing, but there's been some small changes.
Well, an HVAC system for $80,000
Yeah.
is out of line, and then the second revision only saved us $30,000 for something that I know, because I purchased it, it's about $20,000 for the high-end system.
And the electrical was really high,
74,000 for electrical, for a simple 200 amp.
200 amp panel. I mean, I've done electrical all my life, I know a little bit about that, so.
And I would speak, the money that we may have to do in re-engineering, we're gonna save in doing it this way.
Yeah, I agree with that. And with Rick Cutter and the other fellow that's helping us, Dave Ruckman, Rick especially, you don't find anybody, because he's still doing it every day. I've been retired for a while, but Rick's still doing this every day, and he has such good input. So does Dave Ruckman, on quality of stuff. I don't know.
Fair enough. You guys are.
So.
We
So
may
I just
totally
wanna
blow
work with
this,
him on it.
but at least we're gonna say we tried it our way.
I'm not, like I said, we're happy to help however you guys wanna do it.
Well, we need you for the engineering
Right,
aspect, obviously.
Right.
Cause we can't say, well, knock this wall out, and you say, no, the building will fall, so okay, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Cause I want him to help us with the bidding
Sure,
process too, so, yeah, so.
What's your all's like thoughts on timing for like the first part of it?
I don't think we're really under a timeline.
We haven't established one. Rick he sent that email to everybody, he wanted to meet back over there and look at.
I think
our
once we
discovery.
get phase one done, we can better see a timeline, cause right now, there's too many unknowns. Don't you agree with that, Steve?
I agree, yes, sir.
We gotta see where we're at to know where we gotta start and know where we gotta for sure go.
Okay, well. you
And that's
know,
why, I think that's part of the reason why the bid was so high with BOT, because they had no idea either until we get into it. So to cover their tracks, they had to jack everything up.
Well.
Stay close.
Yeah, stay close, we'll need you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we need him with the bidding package, so,
I'm happy to help.
okay.
So. Going on trail, anything on that?
No, well, there is an update, so they bought a tractor that has the side bush hog thing that they're gonna start
I
working
know
down
it's
the trail.
been- I know someone's already mowed out here, did our guys do that?
The guy's weed eated,
Okay.
right there, yeah,
That's all right, I guess.
Todd's done it twice, so, yeah. Group insurance, Caitlin was waiting until after the Strawberry Festival, but she's still trying to get that down, it was down to it was like $28,000 a year for 3 employees only, so. Signage at the park, that's almost completed, we got the last one to put up, and Jeff Hurst is helping with that. The Ready 1.0 funding, you'll see that we got the 2 bids back, we only got 2. One of them is $288,300. The other one is $328,259. So they're both over that threshold of 250,000.
But they also included the paving, parking
Yes,
lots on it,
paving.
or we're,
And some
take that
parking.
off.
So I'm talking to River Hills and she's talking to the IEDC to see if we can revise that to where we can take off the road and the, parking area, so we can get it down to where
just the rest.
we can afford it. So, but it's, it'll take off a little bit of a chunk.
We don't have that much money to spend.
No.
Well, we got a little over 200.
We got $194,000. So, I mean, if we got it down to like 2:30 or something like that, it might be something that we can go to the Friends and ask the Friends to help with, so. That's why the Friends there, so. But I won't know until, she didn't want us to accept any bids tonight, because she's wanting to talk to the IEDC tomorrow.
Okay.
So if we need to call a special meeting, we'll just call a special meeting and you guys can, but those are the two bids we got.
Yeah, so, can we break this apart to where, I mean, we've got park maintenance monies in the budget
Mhm.
that maybe could take some of that.
Yeah, I
that's
don't
what I
think
was
there's
even
an issue
thinking.
with coming up with the money between what we have and what the Friends have, it's just, we gotta find out if we can take this out.
Yeah, if we can take it out and it's over that $250,000 threshold, so then that changes the bidding, so these are federal funds, so she's wanting to make sure we have all our ducks in a
By
row
deleting the
on that.
parking areas, don't mess up the rest of it,
Right.
which.
Yeah, cause it's the major work,
But,
grade back and.
so that's, I wanted to keep you guys in the loop on that, and then, as soon as she contacts me tomorrow after she talks to the IEDC, I'll let you guys know where we are on it. The Ready 2.0 funding, the arts projects, we will know, it's like, I think it's January 1st, something like that they're gonna be coming back, the Lilly funding. So we'll know about that with Starhinge. Then the next thing you guys have is the employee handbook. I updated all y'all's comments, worked on that.
I know
Added
Matt's
things
looked
that
it
you
over,
thought.
he's discussed a few things with us, and I think you feel pretty comfortable with the wording, verbiage, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen this version yet though, but,
It was just really a matter of copying and pasting what you guys had talked about in the comments, and
Some of his comments where we didn't, some of the things that I pointed out where I've built these corporately were more choice, and we haven't discussed what we want, and what we don't want.
yeah, and I know like, when I did make comments before, there were some where I'm like, you know, if the majority of the council wants to do this, here's sample language, so I don't know if most of those are.
yes, I
Okay.
incorporated all those.
Okay, good deal.
Because it was like the FMLA, the,
Yeah, military leave.
the military leave. I fixed there was the,
Up to 3%, I see
yeah,
that
I
was
fixed
added.
that, there was,
I forget what all that was in my.
Um, the personal sick leave,
Yeah.
Faith,
that
and the vacation PTO time. That's how it's set up in our system. I asked Faith about that, how it was set up in our system for payroll, and so,
It's easier.
oh, hi Faith, I was trying to be quiet. You did it. So I was asking her, I don't know if you wanna talk about that, Faith, but that's, I fixed that today. So it goes aligned with the same verbiage that we're using on payroll time cards. Time sheets. Where was the rest? I think it was towards,
I see you incorporated my comments about the jury duty, just
Yes.
clarifying if you're part-time, you can do, you know, jury leave, but it's unpaid.
yes, I put that in there. And then the media and communications and confidential information policy. I put comments about that.
I'm trying to remember, I know I had a couple comments about like clarifying whether, certain benefits were, or certain leaves were paid or unpaid.
Yeah, and I think that was the sick time and
I think
personal
it was,
time and
yeah.
stuff, that's what we put up there, cause that's what goes along with payroll, was the, what's PTO time and what's personal sick time.
Okay.
And then there was, I added all the FMLA. Then I think employee separation and return of town property. We added that, that's right before the FMLA. Media. And then you guys had gone back and forth about a couple other things, but it didn't, like you had said, that wasn't like in municipals or municipalities
FMLA.
and stuff.
FMLA,
yeah, was that?
by federal standards, is for 50 employers with 50 or more employees, but he clarified that, you know, legally, that's
For governmental entities,
for
yeah.
government entities that included, that's, never done that before.
Yeah, so I think that was pretty much it. And then I printed the ordinance that you sent,
Okay.
and then I got the requisition for leave form that you guys had from last month, but you was okay with that.
Yeah, I was, and,
Yeah, we need that, we need to know what's going on.
Oh,
where
yeah.
they're at, when they're gonna be off,
So
who's
the-
here, who's not.
the leave form, yeah, that's exhibit B to the ordinance, so.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure we had it, so if you guys, whatever you guys did tonight, you knew, you had all the exhibits here.
Okay. Alright,
Leanne is here, she's not looked at it. You know, like I said, Matt's not been able to look at that, so we may have to table that for tonight. And we just got it here in front of us. I see, I mean, there's some formatting issues and things like that. have to
Yeah,
be
that
cleaned
was
up.
very difficult, because with the comments, when you guys added the comments, then it shifted all my word over, I had to transfer all the,
Oh, yeah, you have to,
yeah.
Be able to
So,
turn
but I
those
can
off.
fix that, it was pretty rough. It shifted everything.
is there any update on the Samtech funding?
No, well, they extended the, deadline to, May 31st, which was good. But also, the Friends of the Park is pledging $10,000 towards the
Okay.
project.
Good,
And since, use the room once a week, and then also Starlight, they always give us $10,000 to do something with, so I thought about you guys voted to put that towards that last month.
Okay.
So, it might help us get more money.
okay, this Haywood Road, that's the new issue that just surfaced
Yeah.
in the last day or two, right?
Yes, and I talked to Donnie today, he came out and looked at it, so when you pull in to go to the amphitheater on each side of Haywood, the erosion's real bad right there on your left.
Yeah.
It gets really caving in, going back towards the post. So we had Donnie come out and look at it, and he said it would probably take 4 to 5 loads of riprap, and it would be about $350 a load, and then $250 an hour to do it, so we're thinking not over 200, or 2,500, not 25,000 either.
Yeah, Faith, couldn't that come out of LRS because it is a road?
It should be able to, yeah.
Okay. 'Cause we have spent very little. in it,
We've
haven't we?
only done just a little bit
Yeah.
of local roads and streets.
Well, I'm afraid, my suggestion is we go ahead and rip wrap both sides, because the other side, it's from spraying is what it's from. There's no vegetation. And when we get these heavy rains, it's just washing it away, the dirt away, so if we get the, rip wrap there, I think we'll be fine.
2,500 for both sides.
Is that
Yes.
right, both sides?
Yeah, that's what
And I asked her to get Donnie Evans to give us, because he likes that kind of work, and small job like that, we're not gonna get a big guy to do it anyway.
And we're trying to get it done by the Strawberry Festival, so it's not yucky then,
So,
so.
maybe when we get to that point, maybe we can vote, can go ahead and do it, or
Up to
whatever,
2,500,
up to a certain point, when we get to there.
Yeah.
That's all I see on here, really.
that's all I have.
Right on time, it's 6:30.